Okie doke. We are back with our Venn diagram about the 3 little pigs and the 3 ninja pigs. Now I was very excited because I had a couple of you go ahead and suggest some different ways that these books are the same, actually. So Connor suggested that one way they were both the same is that in both of these books, the wolf blew down some piggies' homes. Now in this one, the wolf blew down 2 of the piggies' homes. And in this one, the wolf only blew down 1 of the piggies' homes. But I'm going to go ahead and write that. Oh, I already wrote that. The wolf blew down the piggies' homes. Or the pigs' homes. So it was a very good idea. Thank you, Connor. And Jack suggested that another way that both of these books are the same is that they are both fiction books. Fiction meaning fake. Stories that can only really happen in our imagination, or have only happened in our imagination. I thought of a couple of different ways that they were different, and I wanted to add in here. So one is that the 3 Ninja Pigs has a different author. So I was going to write down that the author is Corey Rosen Schwartz. And then in the 3 Little Pigs, the author is James Marshall. So that was just another way that these books were different. And one more way that I wanted to talk about how they were different, one of the biggest things that I saw was that in the 3 Little Pigs, pig number 3, this hashtag symbol is actually another symbol for number. Pig number 3 ate the wolf. And in the 3 Ninja Pigs, the wolf decided to scram. And scram is another word for get on out of there. He decided to run away because that 3rd pig was just too intimidating. She had some major skills in karate. We could go back and forth like this all day, right? We could talk about how, well, yeah, like one of the pigs was a sister in this book, all the pigs were brothers in this book. We could talk about all those different things pretty easily. But one thing that I really wanted to start introducing to you guys is the idea of a lesson. We've talked about how lessons are what the author is trying to teach us without saying outright. We've also talked about how in nonfiction books the author is teaching us about something, but that can also be the case in a fiction book. The lines get kind of blurry the more complex our text gets. So the lesson is what the author is trying to kind of teach us about life. And so I was thinking, in the 3 Little Pigs, what we learned was that this 3rd piggy was just really smart. You know, he not only built his house with really strong materials, and the other 2 did not, and they did not at all seem worried about the wolf, but this pig was he was very smart, and he was always 1 step ahead of the wolf. So the lesson that I think the author is trying to teach us in that book is that the best strength, and by strength, you know, you think muscles, something that's strong, something that's good. The best strength, something you're good at. The best strength you can have is your intelligence. And your intelligence is how smart you are. So I'll kind of draw a little picture of a brain here. So the best strength you can have is your intelligence. The best thing you should be good at is how smart you are. And in this book, The Three Ninja Pigs, I think the author is trying to teach us that the best strength you can have is persistence. Can you say that for me? Persistence? That's another big word. Persistence means that, no matter how hard something is or how bored you might get with something, the more you keep up with it, the more you keep going, the more you keep trying, the better you will get. So persistence is just the idea that you don't give up. And so I found that persistence idea with this third piggy. She may have gotten bored with the karate lessons just like her brothers, but she kept going and she was determined. She was going to make that wolf shake in his shoes. And so she showed him all of her great moves, and she might have been scared, but she kept going, and that to me is persistence. So the biggest difference for these books for me was the lesson that each author tried to teach us. And you could pull a different lesson from each book just based on how you read the book and what you thought about it. But this is what I thought, and I hope to talk a little bit more about lessons as we keep moving forward.